Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Tasty. Welcome back to the channel. I have a different type of video for y'all. It's a, it's not a speculation. It's like what I thought about Oryx. Since the Oryx is like kind of it's the main part of the dungeon, and he is the little theme that we're in right now. So I thought this would be a good video for y'all. So we're going to talk about how Oryx is a hypocrite, and he didn't need to outcast his second son Nokris, and how the sword logic is not so different than the bomb logic. Essentially, the sword logic is kill to be killed. I'm not going to go to any any detail because by now everybody should know how the sword logic and bomb logic is. The bomb logic is just the light. It's kind of like okay. Let me do this. Well, essentially, the sword logic is kill to be killed. Whoever the strongest wins. And the bomb logic is basically to counter the sword logic. But this is my theory, and it all comes together. Let me explain a little bit. Let me explain. Uh, so the whole thing about the sword logic is that um, you need to, if you kill somebody, he dies, and that means that you're stronger than the person that you killed. So that being said, um, like the hive have their ascendant plane type thing, and once you kill somebody that is supposed to be stronger than you get to ascend, and then you ascend to a higher level than that you get your own throne world, like Oryx and Oryx, Savathun, and Zivo Wrath. They all have their throne worlds. They're the big three of the Hive, which they wasn't the Hive. We should all know there wasn't a Hive that was called the Krill before then. But Oryx, he did, he did, he killed, Savathun, which he was more cunning than her. I'm not going to get into like all the details about. So essentially, Oryx was a lot more cunning than Savathun, so he killed Savathun, and then so that made him more cunning than her, and then he killed Zivu Wrath, which made him more of a warrior than Zivu. So I'm gonna get to you why. I'm gonna get to you why the sword and bomb logic is basically the same. So you have their throne worlds. You, if you don't kill them in their throne world, then they get to come back to life. And this is all ties in why he shouldn't outcast Nokris, because I think the throne, having your own throne world is, and you coming back to life. The reason why Oryx outcasted his son is because first he wanted to know necromancy, and he made a pact with Zol, and Oryx is like, well, he wanted knowledge of everything basically, and I've listened to Bob. I did my research before making this video, so I could be wrong, but this is just a theory of mine. But this is just theory, so don't come at me. Don't come at me crazy. But um, as I was saying, this is why I think he's a hypocrite, because he he being brought back to life, getting killed out of your throne world, you know, and then going back to your throne world and come back to life. Isn't that necromancy itself? Like you're cheating death. Just like what Nokris wanted to do. He was out there trying to know necromancy, so uh he can revive his fellow, his fellow hive. And that would be like the same thing of Oryx getting killed out of his throne world. And then getting getting killed out of his throne world, then come back to life in his throne world. And then whenever he's like okay to go, he can go back into the world again. That's the same thing as necromancy, am I right? Like, hold on, let me cook real quick. So, and it's just like the Guardians. Okay, the Guardians, we come back to via Ghosts, which the Ghosts, I think I read, the Ghost, they don't know how they bring us back to life, but it's basically kind of another plane where we haven't died, and they revive us through that mean. It's kind of confusing in a way. I was reading it and I was already getting confused, but in a way, the Ghost is our throne world. So we got a little mobile throne world following us around on our right or left shoulder. We got a little throne world that we don't necessarily go into, but it's kind of sort of the same thing. You see what I'm trying to get at? It's kind of sort of the same thing. So it brings us back to life. It's just like a mini throne world. We just get from a certain point of the main point of the story is we get revived by via Ghost. They get revived. They're dead. Then they get revived in their throne world. So it's the same thing. He should never he should never outcast Knockers, because basically Knockers didn't want to die. He wasn't as strong as Crota. But Oryx told Crota disappointed Oryx, and he said, "Go redeem yourself. Go out there in the world and redeem yourself." And he did, and that's why. Crota was out there on the moon slaughtering people. All right, and he was doing it in Oryx's name. Oryx was proud. He was like, "Man, that's my son right there." And so, but he banished Nokris. I'm talking about destroyed everything that man had done. He exiled him for being his son. He was no longer Oryx's son anymore. He was just Nokris. So him and Zoe, they went to go take Mars, but Savathun came through and was like, "Hey, yo, teach me that necromancy stuff, because I got a plan. I ain't gonna tell you my plan, but you can be under my wing. You teach me that necromancy stuff, because bringing back people's, and I don't know if anybody knows, this is how." So Savathun knew what she was doing. She was like, not Zoe, but Nokris, teach me that necromancy stuff. You could be under my wing. You can be under me. Once we get this, once my plan goes in fruition, we're gonna rule the world. So Nokris is like, yeah, and his worm was like, man, she is the god of cunning, but it sounds sweet. So she was like, all right. They was like, all right. So we I forgot what Nokris' name under Savathun was, but anyways, So that's how Savathun revived. Cause somehow, I don't know, maybe it was her maybe it was her brood that she taught necromancy to, and then like she forgot all about it because the light makes you forget, darkness makes you to remember. But we're getting off topic. Uh, so that's why I think Oryx is a hypocrite, because he was doing necromancy stuff. Like he's he's over dying and coming back to life, dying and coming back to life. But I don't know how many times he's died. So, but we know, uh, was it on Phobos or um? Because I know we killed him on the Dreadnought. That was the second time. I know we fought one of his shadows. We fought one of his shadows on we fought one of the shadows on Phobos, and I can't remember where we was it on his. It was a part of his ship. I believe we killed him. He came back to life. Yeah, but like I said, the Guardians, the the sword logic, bomb logic, it's all the same. Like I know they're supposed to counter each other, but that's how the flower game is working right now, is because whatever, and this is a theory, whatever is to kill the traveler's trying to save, basically, because he's a gardener. And yes, we know that the hive orcs could possibly be resurrected by a ghost, because they was originally supposed to have ghosts or have a whatever, because the ghosts were just like a last minute ditch thing that the traveler did to because of the darkness. Was traveler basically in a healing stage basically, and he was a last ditch effort for last of its power to, you know, save humanity. But what do y'all think about this theory? I read a whole lot of I watched a whole lot of Bife, and I was like, man, the bomb and sword logic is basically the same thing, because um, the only thing that's different, we don't we don't get um, stronger as we kill. Is it? Yeah, we don't get stronger as we kill. We're kind of already strong as it is, you know, at a sense, because we got all these powers. Uh, Oryx had to kill his worm to grant this power. He had to kill his sisters to get him more power. We're basically already strong. I think the stronger the mind, the stronger the guardian. But that's the end of this video. Hope you enjoy this. I don't know what to call this, but I hope you enjoy this video. Uh, Leave a like if you think I should do more videos like this, because just listening to Bife and Mylan and all the lore people talk is like, it's like making me want to not do lore stuff, but do speculation videos. I have another video. Still need to do more like research on it, but if you if you like this video, give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you're new, and if you're a concurrent, comment if you like. If you like if you like me doing these types of videos, and yeah, I'll see y'all in the next video.